we made it out of the scary temple. And finally made our way to the top of Bughy Wughy Wonderland. Mountains overlooking the park, impressive temples, fallen ruins, big churches, and some cozy buildings. So stick around, I promise you I won't disappoint. In this episode we finish the roller coaster we've been building on for 4 episodes now. And we build a really cozy town nestled in the mountains with mountain passes, little gardens, little houses, and a crap load of theming. This might be some of my most detailed work I have done in this game so far. So without further ado, let's jump in the video and start building. Book, I'm so excited for this episode. I've been waiting for so long. Oh my god. Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to this new episode in Bughy Wughy Wonderland. You saw just before in the intro a really epic drop straight from out of the temple, and then it stopped. So, where we left off last time in last episode, I'm just continuing this track, bringing it up to the surface so that we can build some more coaster track there. That's all I'm doing here. I'm building a chain lift and digging out some of the terrain so that we've got some room to work with. Then I bring it into a right hand corner into a second chain lift so we got more speed and more height. And then we can do a lot more with the track. So yeah, that's what I did, and this is what it looks like. After the basic shape of the landscape was made, I started playing around a little bit with the coaster. I really wanted it to swing from left to the right through this valley that I made. But obviously everything is subject to change. But from the start I kind of have a good idea of I wanted this to be a cruisy, left and right swinging kind of ride. It's a family coaster, so it's not supposed to go really fast and do crazy stuff. So yeah, I ended up designing this kind of track. So I'll show you what it looks like. Look, you could have at least got rid of your cursor. Oh my god! Shut up, Booger. No one cares what you think. I then had a really difficult task on trying to find out what to do with this coaster track after it splashed down into the lake, watery lake thingy-majingers. What do you call it? I don't know. Water section. Because, as you could see just there is a coaster right on the other side of this coaster. So I had to play around and come up with an idea on how to get rid of this water in some way or another. In all reality, that's a problem for next time, so all I did was trying to connect the coaster back to the station, and it's going right under the pathing. A bit difficult to explain, but I'll show you later. So, I connected the coaster back to the station, and I can't show you what it looks like, because it's too complicated, so I'll show you later at the end of the video. So, let's continue theming this thing. So once you're in the temple and you've encountered the statues that protect the treasure that we will be making in this episode, you drop down into an underground cave and there will be lots of treasure there and some scrap and some other things. But first we needed to theme this drop, and that's what I'm working on here now. So I'm placing down some of these temple walls and started working a little bit on the environment. After some work, this is what it looks like. In an underground tunnel, obviously, you need rocks. So I'll place down a crap load of rocks. Just to make the tunnel look a little bit more natural. Oh my god, Book! You rock! What? What are you on about? I also placed down some water, because obviously you have the waterfall going down in the drop. And then I made it look like the water was crashing in the rocks at the bottom, using some of these special water effects. So yeah. It's looking pretty nice. After that, I installed some lights to light up the bottom of the cave. Very nice. I really didn't want this to just be a rocky section, so I installed some chests and placed down some artifacts. This way, the drop is a little bit more entertaining and not rocky. So yeah, after doing some building, this is the end result. Here the coins jingling in the bottom of the cave. What? I don't know what that means. Let's continue. I then did some more rock work on the chain lift that leads to the surface, to the top of the mountain. Simply placed down some rocks, and also placed down a rock on an animation piece. And I'm not sure if you've ever been to Disneyland Paris and ridden the Big Thunder Mountain. There's rocks moving in the chain lift, so I decided to have an animated rock moving around a little bit. Thought it looks pretty cool and adds a little bit to the boringness of the chain lift. This is the end result. Now that the underground section is done, we can start working on the stuff that is above ground. First, I polished the terrain a little bit with some of the track that's laying on top. There was a little bit of clipping, so I got rid of that. I then started placing down some rocks. Obviously, I feel like that's all we do on this channel. But I paid a lot of attention to how these rocks are being placed down to create an immersive landscape. And that was the whole idea of this top section. So, after placing down some rocks, I placed down a lot more rocks, but I'm not going to bore you with that. So, here is the snap build. There were a couple of elements on this coaster I wasn't happy with. One of them was the speed, and the other one was the flow of the coaster. So I decided to change the layout just a little bit to add a little bit more speed and have a little bit more flow without it slowing down too much. So that's what I've been working on here. After that, it looked a lot better, and riding it on the POV, it had a lot more fun and flow to it. That way the coaster is more enjoyable and not so boring. To finish the landscape, I placed down a lot more rocks. Oh, it's really good that you have a rock solid foundation before you start theming the landscape. And that comes with a lot of rocks and terraforming, so I know it's not a fun part of the build, so I'm gonna skip forward and show you a double snap build. Because the terrain wasn't done yet, I placed down more rocks. So let's skip to the snap build for that section as well. Just make sure you wear an extra pair of underwear because stuff's about to get juicy. Let's go! I've edited this stuff in the future, so let's jump to present book and explain a little bit about this building. Alright, we now have finished the rock work / terrain, at least on this side. Obviously, there's no point of theming all of this. You don't even see it. I might end up doing it anyway just for aesthetics, because I might end up building something here, you know. But for the time being, I think we're just gonna start and have a crack at adding some greenery, because currently it's just really rocky, and I really wanted to blend it in with this, which means we're gonna have to add some moss, some natural features, some ferns. Like this temple looks incredible just here, but this terrain obviously looks out of whack. It's not really blending with this terrain. There's no greenery, it's all rock. But we can definitely make that look nice, and I think that's what we're gonna do now. So let's go and have a crack at it. Thank you, Book, for sharing your wise words and bringing up the turkey. I guess it escaped Thanksgiving Day. Oh well, I'll see him next year. Let's place down some mossy rocks and blend the terrain together with the terrain surrounding the temple. It's gonna look so much better with some greenery added. Now it just looks like the inside of a toilet. Throughout the Bughylonian, we have these temples with these arches. The temple's pillars with these arches all over the place. I decided to bring some up in the mountain ranges as well. And then I had a really cool idea on what if I made down some fallen ruins and some abandoned temples, and then combine it with some houses and make this area look a little bit like the wetlands, which is the area where all the water is. So from then a new theme was born, Ruined Bughylonium in the mountaintops. Let's build this stuff. So I started using some of these rocks and make a staircase all the way from the bottom in between the towers, all the way to the top, and in the between building some ruins, some houses, some gardens, some greenery. It will look so cool once it's done. I had this whole idea in my head and I really felt like realizing it. So here's a snap build of the first section. You see the stairs as well. Really cool. Oh, I got myself a beer. Oh, holy crap. Oh, crazy times. So I built a ruin and I also placed down some steps. I worked on this really nice bridge. This is the snap build. Choom! Oh, that was a good snap build. It's time to bring some life into the mountains of Bughylonia. So, what we're doing here is placing down some houses, theming around a little bit, adjusting them, just to give give the whole place a little bit more vibe. I think it will be nice. So, I'm just building a house layer, and then slowly but surely transform it into a really nice looking little Bughylonian house. I added some walls and some stairs so that the house is accessible. I also decorated a little bit, but not too much, just a little bit. I got steps coming from every single house, and it's accessible to all these little mountain passes, which is what I'm building here. You see the flat stones that I'm using? I'm making it to go over the coaster, and so that you can access the house by going to this ruined section that you see here. Just slightly adjusting it so that the stairs can come down. The whole idea is to have little mountain passes and have all the houses accessible by these little tiny stairs. Really cool. It gives a really intricate diorama-like feeling, and I quite liked it. This is the snap build from this section. I then place down some of these columns just to indicate where people need to walk to get to the top of the mountain. Quite nice. I really like the little detail. Then I have this little plateau, and I really wanted to turn it in some kind of shrine or something like that. A place where people could go to pray to the Bughylonian gods. Of course, that would be me. But yeah, so I made this little plateau, turned it into a little religious shrine thingy-majiggers, and put down some benches. This is the snap build. Nom 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 nom. Because we had the shrine there, I really felt like we need a religious place. So I decided to build a church. But I still had to make the pathing first to be able to reach the church. So I just started putting down some more of these rocks so that you can able to reach new areas. Quite cool. I then also built a bridge over the roller coaster. I had to make sure I picked the right rock and that there is no clipping. But I think it looks really cool. Time to build a church. I first placed down the little bottom section, and then I put a door in there later, just so that the guest can enter there. And I'm trying to lay out the basic shape of the church. It ends up being just a square. After erecting it from the ground, I started building on the second layer, which is slightly thinner than the first bottom layer. Then I placed down some of these columns, just to give it a little bit more shape, and that it's not too flat looking. Gets a little bit more detail this way. I got rid of the tiny front section and decided to build stairs instead. Get it? Stairs instead? Okay. I built little stairs using these marble columns instead. It just looks a little bit nicer. And then for some final detailing, I placed down some of these arches with these nice looking columns. It's looking pretty good. Here is the snap bolt. In the Netherlands we say, de meer zielen, de meer vreugd. Which means, the more people around, the happier the place. Something like that. It's really hard to translate Dutch things into English sometimes. Which means, I needed to build another house. So here I go. A little house made for Dutch people. They're a little bit too tall, Dutch people, to live in this house. But, this is the Dutch house. Don't know why, it's just the way that it is. Very nice. Here's the snap bolt. Now it's time for a banger Planet Coaster 1 song. Let's go! Oh, I love this song so much. I have so many memories playing Planet Coaster 1 with this song on. It's just one of the best ones, I reckon. I decided to build a little back entrance to the church with a little staircase all the way up to the top. And there was gonna be a statue there that overlooks out on Bughylon. I was inspired by the big statue in Rio de Janeiro. It's a Christian statue, I think. I think it might be Jesus or something like that. I don't want to offend anyone because I don't know a lot about religion, but I think it was inspired by the Rio de Janeiro statue, so I ended up creating something similar to that. So yeah, without further ado, this is the end result of this section. I used the paintbrush to spray dirt on the bottom of the coaster track, such so that it looks like it's been used for a little bit. After that, I started building some more stairs, because I felt like we needed another house here in this section. This place that I'm working at now is perfect for when you exit the chain lift and you look right at this house that I'm making here. So it was really nice to have a cool building there, so you have something to see when you get out of the chain lift. It's this little house that we've used before, but I turned it into a little cozy mountain village house. It's quite cute. Then opposite the house, I placed down some green mossy rocks, and then I turned the whole place into a wheat farm, where they grow wheat so they can make bread. You see me placing down some of the wheat, and then here I'm building a mill that grinds down the wheat and turns it into hay or flour or whatever. A little farming area I thought was really applicable in this area. So here is the end result of this section. I feel like this whole build so far is not only pretty looking, but also functional. Everything has a reason for its existence, which is really the way I like to build. Little houses have little gardens with flowers and plants. There's bridges going from every house to every house. Everything is connected and functional. Even a little mill, a little flower farming area. It's just really, really nice, and I'm super stoked with the way that this is turning out. The only thing that was really missing was a little bit more detail. and obviously some plants. I love my plants. So I incorporate some more mossy rocks and turn the place into a bit of a greener area. Super happy with how everything turned out, and I can't wait to show you guys the on-ride. The only thing really left to do is making sure that the bottom section, before you splash in the water, is nice and themed. There's this little bridge where people can walk over, so I'm connecting the whole thing together using the pathing. It wasn't straight before, so I had to redo it. And then I had to redo it again. And then I redid it, and it's just a pain in the ass. But it ended up working out. Place down some rocks, some greenery, and that's it. That's the end of the build. Let's go check out what we've made and have a look at the overview and the POV of the coaster. The Gardens of Bughylon are really have come together now. Couple more things to do. Look how empty this is. Oh my god, book. You need to change this. It's ugly as. I know. Still have to change that. But holy crap. Look how good this looks. Let's just float around for a little bit just to appreciate it. Woo! Don't look at this. This is ugly. But this, oh my god. Look. Oh, I'm so happy with the end result. Get out of here, plant. Oh, it's so pretty. So, in this episode, we made all of this. We made the coaster come out from underground. We laid down the track and themed the whole shebang. It was quite the job. But it's so nicely incorporated with the terrain. And there's all like pathing all over the place. You see all these rocks. There's like little pathing. There's a little water well and a little praying area. And then you just follow the stairs and then you end up at like this beautiful church. And then it has a back entrance as well, where you can go all the way up to the shrine. And this is kind of inspired. She's looking out over the Gardens of Bughylon, as you can see. It's kind of inspired a little bit by the statue in Rio de Janeiro. I don't exactly know what it's called. And then on this side we've got a little field with wheat growing and a grind to make grain or flour. Obviously we've got the coaster coming by, some little cute little houses installed. Yeah, I'm so stoked with the end result. And obviously we also made this here, the underground section. So as you drop in from the temple, you end up here, which is like a little treasure chamber. Look how cool this looks. So stoked with this. We've got a little rock that's loose. And you come out here and then look at this view. Oh, it's so epic. I can't wait to ride this thing. So without further ado, let's just jump on this death machine. I have actually not ridden the coaster since I built it. Since I built the end section. Also, it's now fully connected to the station. So the coaster is pretty much finished. We just need a bunch more teaming. And then it's all finished and good to go, to be honest. I got tea with me, so I'm just having a sip of tea. Oh, it's very hot. I still have to theme this. I keep forgetting about it. Every single episode I forget about it. But yeah, super stoked. I mean, this is still like one of my favorite parts. It's so cruisy and there's so many things happening. Got a little shark. Watch out! Bloody hell. Waterfalls everywhere. A little rock falling down, and then we have obviously the shark attack. There he is, the bastard. And here we go inside the temple. It's I really like this area and how clean and natural everything looks. It's really come together really quite nicely. And here we end up in the big temple. Obviously I need to add in like sound effects and a song and special effects. They all need to be added still, so it's not finished. I feel like I need some kind of trigger in here as well. Not quite sure what, but we'll come up with something. And then here we go over, and then we go down. This needs a little bit more theming. Might increase the change speed a little bit, so it has a little bit more speed. Here you got the statue protecting the treasure, and then the massive gears spinning around. Here we go. This is all new. Here we got the rock that's rocking around. I increased the chain left there, speed there as well, because it's I can't be too slow, or then it gets really boring. So the change speed is quite high, but that's fine. Whee! I don't know if there's any clipping because I haven't ridden this thing yet. But so far so good. I might have to change the coaster a little bit to reduce some of the distance, like with the rocks and stuff, and with the things. And here we go for the big splash. This looks really cool. I have to do something about this as well, obviously. I mean, I'm just gonna fast forward this, but there's still lots to do. And then we go up here in the bush, go to the side, and then we're back in the station. And that was it. That was quite a long ride, I have to say. Let's check out how long the ride was. Well, obviously you have to theme the coaster station as well. There's still, you know, it's all empty and stuff. Definitely need some more. Alright, here we go. Testing results. 238 seconds. That is 6, 12, 18. Almost 4 minutes. Pretty good. Pretty much 4 minutes. 2 seconds longer and then it's 4 minutes. But yeah, that's what we have. We obviously have a little bit more to theme. It's gonna be all the little details. But the bulk of Bughy Wughy Wonderland is now done. I might maybe build another ride here. Maybe another coaster or a flat ride. I really feel like I definitely need a flat ride in this area. I don't know where I'm going to squeeze it in. There's not much room. Maybe I can put a flat ride here somewhere. Or somewhere here. And then... oh, this is so cool. Let me just fast forward this so you get to see the coaster splash into the middle of the lake. That was the whole idea from the start, from episode 1, when I laid out this lake here. I wanted to have the coaster go underneath the bridge and splash down into the in between the towers, and that's what we've achieved. Now, come on, bloody stupid coaster. There's one. Just go. Alright, let's go check it out. Here it comes. Yes. That's so cool. I'm so happy with this. Look how cool this pathing is, and all the... obviously, maybe put some more plants around here, because this is very like pale and blank. Definitely need some more theming, but we'll come up with something. But yeah, I'm just so stoked with how this ended up. Let's check out this coaster that's coming down here, shall we? And then we're gonna call it. But yeah, super intricate. There it goes underneath all these little things, bridges, and might be a little splash zone here on the bridge. And it goes under here, and I use the bus or the tunneling thingy, and the tunneling helps getting rid of the water. But now I end up with this weird effect where the water stops here, so I have to do something about it. I might create a border here or something like that, and then just have it looking more clean, because this is not looking very pretty. But we'll come up with something. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this area. If you have any suggestions on where to put the flat ride, let me know as well, because I currently have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm putting the flat ride. But I've got some more room here. Maybe up here we can definitely make something work. In the next episode we'll be finishing off this section here. This won't take very much time. And I have a cool idea of making a restaurant in here. Maybe in there, or maybe on the left tower and the right tower, or something like that, like a double restaurant. Because yeah, I think that would be really cool. And here we've got another one going. So yeah, almost finished, and then we're gonna start with the fantasy area in Bughy Wughy Wonderland. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Please subscribe, it really helps out a lot. And make sure you check out the other videos and the other episodes of this build. It's ginormous. I'm super stoked with it. Never thought it would end up this good. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Hope you have a good day.